First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And I was reading a few articles here, on current events, world news. This is a site that I use a lot, zerohedge.com. And as I'm going through these different headlines, all you're hearing is bad news, just complete, either chaos or impending, doom, whether it's dealing with the supply chain or is dealing with inflation, getting ready to become hyperinflation, or is dealing with the surge, as you can see here, all right, of this thing coming back, all right, which it never really left, as they like to make it seem, okay, and amongst many other things. But this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai visiting the world which he made. So I'm going to read just a little bit of this article. There's some key parts in here, and then the other one right here now. And pretty much this is what we've been warning Israel about. This is what we've been warning people about, that these days were coming, these evil days, years ago. All right, starting with the elders and apostles, we were warning, all right, you people, that these days would come. All right, that things that would be happening now would be worse than anything you would have ever seen or imagined, because the scriptures say that. All right, off the top, Jeremiah 30, okay, 30 and 7, okay, Daniel 12 and 1. All right, so off the top, man, you can already see these prophecies being fulfilled or about to be fulfilled on that high level. Okay, and Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for that. All right, so it's a beautiful time, man. It's a beautiful time to be alive. Really, it's a beautiful time to be in the truth, because we understand all of these things. All right, and these signs are only letting us know that we're close to that major time, to these major prophecies being fulfilled, and the wait is finally about to be over. So it says port congestion could be worse than Lehman crash, Flexport CEO warns. The port shutting down is worse than Lehman Brothers failing. Both can lead to catastrophic failures of all counterparties, depending on them. But with Lehman, the government could just print tons of money to flood the banks with liquidity. Ryan Peterson, Chief Executive Officer of logistics company Flexport, warned Friday after touring log-jammed U.S. West Coast ports. Peterson said his firm hired a boat captain to tour Los Angeles and Long Beach ports, which account for 40% of all shipping containers entering the U.S. He said during the 3-hour loop through the ports, passing every single terminal, we saw less than a dozen containers get unloaded. Okay, 3 hours they were looping through, less than 12 containers got unloaded. And they're saying that it's so bad that it's backed up. They're saying there's no space. All right, now it says he said the twin ports have hundreds of cranes, but only seven were even operating, and those that were seemed to be going pretty slow. He said the bottleneck that everyone now agrees on is yard space, and that terminals are simply overflowing with containers, which means they can no longer have space to take in new containers, either from ships or land. It's a true traffic jam, and it's only getting worse. All right, it's getting backed up quicker than it can be resolved. Okay, be quicker than the things can be unloaded and moved. It says the bottleneck right now is not the cranes, it's yard space at the container terminals, and it's empty chassis to come clear those containers out. The twin ports appear to be at a standstill, even though President Biden issued a directive last week to keep them operating on a 24/7 basis. But that seems to be not enough, because the president has weighed the use of the National Guard to alleviate constraints. And like we've been saying, when they do this, they're going to, in essence, it's like federalizing your access to products, where now you have to come to them for it because there was a problem. And the dynamic, right? There was a problem, you called them, right, to come and take over it so that they can fix it for you. But what price did you have to pay? Oh, well, now they control it. Okay. And the article goes on and mentions a few other things. I'm going to put the link in the description, so if you want to read it, you can go ahead and read the whole thing. But I just wanted to bring that part out, in case people thought that, oh, you just got to give it some more time and it'll get better. It's not going to get better. The problems the world is facing now, if you notice, these are oecumenical or ecumenical problems, right? So, meaning in the whole world, right? The whole inhabited planet problems. All right, these are world problems. These are problems that don't just get resolved overnight. You don't just, or go over there and just fix. These are problems that can cause very, very major damage. All right. And we're seeing these things build up all at once. As a matter of fact, this next article is going to say it. All right. Now, I'm going to be very careful reading this title, and you should all know why by now. Now, it says emergency mode. China warns to worsen in coming days. So, if you're watching it, you can see the words that it says there. If you're not, you should take a look at the screen and you can see the words that it says here. Now it says, any hope. Let's see. No, let me actually come down. There's one part in here that I really wanted to get into here. Yeah, there we go. Now it says, last Friday, Bloomberg issued the first new wave vid alert. All right. It says, targeting the UK and writing that after 19 months spent attempting to ward off the 19 while safeguarding jobs and businesses, the UK is heading into winter, right? Dark winter. The UK is heading into winter with a growing problem, right? The 19 is spreading rapidly just as the economy starts going in the opposite direction. According to the report, UK cases are accelerating faster than in other Western European nations, while deaths have jumped to their highest since March, and while UK government ministers are having to deny they are planning a new lockdown. At the same time, economic growth is slowing, inflation is running high, the Bank of England is expected to hike rates soon, and households are facing a cost of living crisis. Damn. All in winter. All right, winter is coming. So that means whatever hardships there are, it's going to be even harder because it's winter. In short, a new wave of 19, whether real or imagined, is about to be unleashed on the UK at the worst possible time. All right, at the worst possible time, and that is how Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai works. He'll hit you when you look, man. When you least expect it, at the worst time possible, is when he'll hit you with the worst things possible. Because that's how he gets you. That's how it hurts the most. All right. Now it says here, in short, a new wave of 19. Oh, Slakia. Just as the BOE may be about to hike, just Bank of England, may be about to hike rates in a matter of weeks to offset the UK's soaring inflation, with 5Y break-evens hitting the highest level this century. Okay, this is showing you that this place is done. There is no healing this place. It's done. The system is collapsing, and there's so much happening at once. They can't stop it all, but it's a part of it to let it crash partially enough to attain that control. Because why is this crunch? See, this was going to happen regardless with the direction in which things were being run in the world, but they sped it up with this whole demic. All right, this whole thing over this past year and a half has sped up all the problems that the world was facing, but they might have had a little bit more time before they got to that point. This whole thing has sped it up to where now you're right at that doorstep. Okay? Right in time to fulfill prophecy. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time. Salakia. It is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And how is the Lord going to visit this world? With destruction, with chaos, with putting the spirit on people, to have war. Okay, to have that anarchy. Okay, that's how the Lord is visiting this place, ultimately with judgment, because it tells you in the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter, that the sins of this place, really Babylon, but the vibration that is pushed over the world, have reached onto the heavens. So when the Lord visits this place, he's going to visit with the judgment to counteract that. And it says, visit the world which he made. So that's what we're seeing. And this is, like Yahushua prophesied, the beginning of sorrows. So what you're seeing now is a cause. And what you're going to feel soon is the effect. You're going to know what it's like to go hungry. All right. You're going to know what it's like to be sleeping in the cold with no heater. All right. Hard days, hard times, painful times are coming. They're here. And people are about to get a rude awakening. It's going to be like a hard slap. Imagine a construction worker who works with no gloves for years, and his palm is all hard and blistered up, and he gives you a big ass slap right in your face when you least expect it. That's how the reality is going to hit these people, especially those that have no clue. Their mind is nowhere near where it's supposed to be. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to get you. All right. And these hard times, the only way to make it out is by the Lord's mercy, which the way it's looking, man, boy, a lot of people are going to be in for some shit. All right. Some real hard times, because the Lord said he's going to smite this Egypt with the plagues he smote he smote Egypt with before. All right. And much worse. All right. That's why it says in Jeremiah 30:7 that it will be a time like never before. All right. Famines like never before. Pestilence like never before. War like never before. Chaos like never before. Deliverance like never before. So, hey, we are to watch, as the scriptures say, and pray, because things are moving, man. Prophecy is working. As a matter of fact, let us I'm going to close it off with this right here. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 126. And it says, it is time for thee, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, to work, for they have made void thy law. And what is the Lord doing? He is working through his angels, making these prophecies come to pass. All right, setting up the things that'll lead to these prophecies, that'll lead to a time like never before. All right. So the Lord is working, man. He's working a work in our days. And we have to be excited. We have to believe that. All right. So with that, I'm going to end it here. All right. Just a quick update. These things are getting worse, but just keep in mind that soon it's not going to be, oh, this inflation is going to lead to this. It's going to be, we're in hyperinflation and this is what's happening. Not what's about to happen, but what's happening. All right. You see this right here, to worsen in coming days. Soon it's going to be, it's worse. It's now. It's happening now. All right. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Until next time, Shalom.